You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. Attraction Checklist fans, how would you like to get the ride audio from each of these episodes without all the pesky talking before and after? Well, now you can. The attraction audio from each episode of Attraction Checklist will be available exclusively to the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who pledge at any level. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media to find out more. And thank you for your support.
Hello, everyone. Paul here from Window to the Magic, the ultimate Disney audio adventure. And you're about to listen to Attraction Checklist. Enjoy!
My name is Grandpa Choco, and I invite you to join me on my quest to learn about and experience every Disney park attraction I possibly can. This is Attraction Checklist. Welcome to Attraction Checklist. Lights, camera, action. It's time to head to Disney's Hollywood Studios and enjoy the park's iconic attraction, the Great Movie Ride. Located in the Hollywood Boulevardd section of the park, the Great Movie Ride is described in the guide map in the following manner. Journey into some of Hollywood's most famous films. This attraction is open to guests of any age, and there are no height requirements. FastPass Plus is available for this attraction, and the thrill level describes the ride as being dark, scary, and a slow ride. Now, before film starts rolling, here are 5 fast facts about the Great Movie Ride at Disney's Hollywood Studios. 1. The 22-minute-long Great Movie Ride is an opening day attraction at Disney's Hollywood Studios and officially began operation on May 1st, 1989. 2. The Great Movie Ride is unique in that on busy days, guests will experience one of 2 takeovers of their ride vehicles. If the ride vehicle is stopped in the western scene of the attraction, the vehicle will be taken over by an outlaw named Kate Durango or Kid Carson. If the vehicle is stopped in the gangster section of the ride, it will be commandeered by a gangster named Muggsy. Both the outlaw or the gangster will force the regular tour operator out of the vehicle and continue on as the vehicle's operator until the surprise return of the car's original driver. 3. As the ride vehicle enters the Raiders of the Lost Ark segment of the attraction, keep a sharp eye on the hieroglyphics on the walls of the room. One panel has hieroglyphic figures of Mickey Mouse and Donald Duck, and another panel features Star Wars characters R2-D2 and C-3PO. 4. In the Casablanca scene, the front half of a real Lockheed Model 12 Electra Jr. plane can be seen. Imagineers didn't just throw away the back half of the plane because it wasn't needed. You can now see the back half of the plane if you head on over to the Magic Kingdom, where it can be spotted in the Jungle of the Jungle Cruise attraction. And 5. In 2014, Turner Classic Movies became the sponsor of the Great Movie Ride, and on May 29, 2015, the ride reopened with new on-ride narration by TCM host Robert Osborne. Unfortunately, Robert Osborne passed away in 2017, but the attraction with his narration is what we'll be listening to today. Now it's time to experience the Great Movie Ride at Disney's Hollywood Studios. The main attraction audio we hear today will be the version where the gangster takes over the ride vehicle. Ride audio from the attraction where the outlaw takes over the ride vehicle will be included in the bonus audio available to the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who pledge at any level. And stick around after the ride audio presented here to hear my thoughts on this classic Walt Disney World attraction. But for now, put on your headphones because Attraction Checklist is presenting you with a binaural recording of Disney Hollywood Studios' The Great Movie Ride.
Welcome aboard. At this time, I'd like to ask everyone to please remain seated throughout the show, and please keep your arms, hands, feet, and legs inside of the vehicle at all times. Oh, and don't forget to supervise your children. And for the safety of our cast, we ask that you please refrain from the use of flash photography and external video lighting. Now that we've taken care of business, let's talk about me. My name is Tia, and I'll be your guide for this magical journey into the movies. It's a perfect job for me because I love movies. Is everybody ready? Yeah. Great, because the cameras are ready to roll. Ready when you are, CB. And we are rolling. ride. Once again, my name is Tia, and on behalf of Disney's Hollywood Studios and Turner Classic Movies, please welcome our host for this one-of-a-kind tour, Robert Osborne.
Thank you. Hooray for Hollywood indeed. What better way to start our journey? From the Old West to the rooftops of London and along the Yellow Brick Road, there really is no place like the movies. One of Hollywood's significant contributions to the world of film were great musicals. This scene is from one of my favorites, the 1933 Busby Berkeley spectacular, Footlight Parade. Here's one of the most famous of all dance sequences. It's in the 1952 musical classic, Singing in the Rain.
Here's Gene Kelly singing in the rain, literally.
Here's one of the quintessential Disney musicals, Mary Poppins, starring Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke. This classic earned 13 Academy Award nominations.
Chim Chim Tree, I love this song. Sing along. Hold on to those wallets and purses, folks. This doesn't look like a very good neighborhood.
Here's the birthplace of the gangster film, the seedy underbelly of Chicago from The Public Enemy, starring James Cagney. Released in 1931 before strict censorship rules were enforced, The Public Enemy is a gritty, realistic, and violent look at the world of gangsters of the Depression era.
I love this movie. In one famous scene, James Cagney shoves a grapefruit in May Clark's face. She could never look at breakfast in the same way again.
Open up and you hear me? Listen, Rob. We are the business society. Yeah. And I'm telling you, the very last time, when Judge comes around, he's going to leave you some beer, and you're going to take it. And you're going to kick in with the dough. You go, somebody's going to drop by here and kick your teeth out just one at a time. See?
Sorry about the delay, folks, but I don't want to run a red light, even in the movies. I'm not allowed to leave my vehicle.
I think it's time for a visit to a concession stand. Bye.
Mr. Osborne, wait. Okay, Muggsy, whatever you say. Hey, lady, watch it! No more red light. Give my regards to the warden, suckers. Hey, what are you looking at? Wouldn't mind your P's and Q's and maybe you won't get A. Oh, this must be the west side of town, eh?
Western films depict the legendary American wild frontier, where cowboys and their loyal steeds maintain order in towns against the untamable wilderness. John Wayne and Clint Eastwood are two of the iconic stars who epitomize this ideal of the stoic gunslinger.
Now that we're in the clear, this is the perfect time for me to collect up all your valuables. We'll start with the jewelry, then move on to the hard shit. Right. I don't even like this neighborhood, Captain. This is not. I'm not Chinese, so I'm getting out of here. Hey. Look at it. Okay. It's one. Hey. I don't know about you guys, but this. Oh my God, what is this? JC?
Science fiction has been a staple of classic movies, from George Méliès's A Trip to the Moon to George Lucas's Star Wars. In 1979, director Ridley Scott and Sigourney Weaver made audiences believe that in space, no one can hear you scream. This is Alien.
Hey, don't think. How do we get out of here?
Warning, remain in your vehicle. The area you are entering is extremely dangerous. Proceed with caution.
The emergency distress system is now activated. The ship will detonate in T-minus 10 seconds. The option to override automatic detonation expires in T-minus 5 minutes.
Steven Spielberg and George Lucas cemented their status as the blockbuster boys with their first partnership. Here from that legendary collaboration is Harrison Ford as archaeologist Indiana Jones in Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Snakes. Why do they have to be snakes?
Some of the biggest horror stars of Hollywood have appeared in the ancient story of a cursed Egyptian temple. A priceless jewel that beckons to all, but be warned, temptation always leads to destruction.
Wow. Get a load of that, Shunguys. Definitely get back to work. Good thing I don't believe in ghost stories. Don't nobody move while I go get the goods. I don't think they'd notice a few extra bodies around here. You know what I mean?
I've seen enough movies to know that you really shouldn't even think about trying to steal a jewel.
Don't, unbeliever. Disturb the treasure of the gods, and you shall all pay with your lives.
Not bad for my first movie, huh?
The twist ending. It just goes to show you anything can happen in the movies. Now, let's get on with the show.
Ooh, I see dead people. Things that go bump in the night have always been a staple of movies. One of the first horror movies was a silent short featuring a dancing skeleton, created by the Lumiere brothers in 1897. Wow, it's really a jungle out there. Where are we?
This is the jungle home of one of the most famous movie characters of them all, Tarzan. The movie's most popular Tarzan is undoubtedly Johnny Weissmuller, who spun through 12 films as the King of the Jungle.
Over there, we have Maureen O'Sullivan as Jane and Tarzan's sidekick Cheetah, who was portrayed by over a dozen chimpanzee actors over the years.
Here's Humphrey Bogart in his most famous film role. In 1942, Bogey finally got to spread his wings and romance the beautiful Ingrid Bergman in Casablanca.
It doesn't take much to see that the problems of three little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. Someday you'll understand that. He's looking at you, kid.
And now, one of the most famous movie stars in one of his greatest roles, Mickey Mouse, as the Sorcerer's Apprentice in Fantasia.
When the film came out in 1940, Walt Disney promised to add new musical sequences in the future. His nephew Roy kept that promise 60 years later with the release of Fantasia 2000.
We've come over the rainbow and into one of the most beloved and most watched films in movie history, The Wizard of Oz.
Toto, I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore. Get out of here. What do you folks think? Which way do we go? Follow the yellow brick road? Now why didn't I think of that? Sing along, folks, you know the words.
From all of us here at Disney's Hollywood Studios and Turner Classic Movies, we hope you've enjoyed our tour through some of my favorite films. But remember, there are many more adventures waiting for you every day on TCM.
We didn't need dialogue. We had faces.
Wait a minute. You ain't heard nothing yet. Step inside!
You best start believing in ghost stories, Miss Turner.
Is it safe?
What have you done? I have a feeling we're not in Kansas anymore.
I'm a man.
Well, nobody's perfect.
Shut up.
Make him an offer he can't refuse.
I want to be alone. We didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us. Good morning, Vietnam!
He's looking at you, kid.
Movies, the stuff that dreams are made of. I hope you've enjoyed our ultimate celebration of classic movies. And remember, you can find many more beloved stories and legendary stars on Turner Classic Movies.
On behalf of Disney's Hollywood Studios and Turner Classic Movies, we'd like to thank you for joining us on the Great Movie Ride. Now please remain seated until the vehicle has come to a complete stop, and please gather all personal belongings and take small children by the hand. And when these doors open, rise dramatically to your feet and make a grand exit directly to the rear of your vehicle. Oh, and one more thing. When I yell action, don't forget the thunderous applause for yours truly. Okay, places everybody, and action! Thank you. Have a wonderful day here at Disney's Hollywood Studios, and on behalf of all of us, we'll see you in the movies. Goodbye, everyone.
And that was the Great Movie Ride here at Disney Hollywood Studios. As you know, I like animatronic rides with a lot of animatronics, and so I like this ride. Of course, this ride, like the Jungle Cruise, will be dependent on how good it is, depending on how good your driver and the other actor is. You just heard the gangster version when they go through. The gangster takes over the car, but there's also a sort of a Western bandit that takes over your car. I prefer the Western takeover scene with all the fire. There's just more to it. But both are fun, and again, it really how much fun you have on the ride is heavily dependent on the acting ability of the person, which most of the time isn't that great. But you know, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I thought the girl today who was
Tia, who was the leader on this one, I thought she was good. Like, you could hear what she was saying. The bandit, she looked the part, or the gangster, she looked the part, but she was not loud enough. And so anyway, that's so you couldn't hear a lot of her dialogue because she's just not loud enough. But it's a fun ride, lots of fun animatronics. That Wizard of Oz scene is pretty great, and maybe a little bit more animation could have been done to Sigourney Weaver in the aliens part. But overall, it is a fun ride, and it is one that I try to do at least once every time I come out here to Walt Disney World. What do you think of the Great Movie Ride? Is it one that you have to go on? Let me know.
Do you agree or disagree with my thoughts on the Great Movie Ride at Disney's Hollywood Studios? Join the conversation on the Attraction Checklist Facebook page at facebook.com/attraction checklist. Also, for sources and links for this episode, visit our website at attractionchecklist.com. What attraction should I go on next? Send me an email at hello@saturdaymorningmedia.com, or you can let me know via Twitter, where my username is ToasterBoy. You can also post on the aforementioned Attraction Checklist Facebook page. Attraction Checklist is a production of Saturday Morning Media and is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a monthly donation for as little as $1 a month. Huge thanks to Shay Stewart, Merle Lafferty, Jeff Peterson, Dale Gadania, Stephen Staver, Jackie Climo, Melissa Crawford, Dave Slusher of the Evil Genius Chronicles, Mike Coughlin, Dorothy Pachoco, John D., Kathy Crawford, Brian Greer, Carrie Whitney, Chuck Tomasi from the Technorama podcast, Chris Foster, Stephen Ing, Clinton of ComedyForecast.com, Vicky DeVries, Mike Wabshall, Twitter user Butzengear, aka Wildcat, Eve Cunning, Mike Hamilton, Gaston Moreno, Reed Loveland, Ivan Asquith, Vanessa Whitney, Nancy McCarthy, Janine Lee, Peggy Etra, Kristen Hogan of Squid Friends, and David Akers. If you'd like to support this show and get fun bonus content, as well as support the other shows from Saturday Morning Media, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your monthly donation today. You can also tell a friend about the show or leave the show a review on iTunes. And while you're over there on iTunes, be sure to click that subscribe button. That way you'll get new episodes the moment they are released. Thank you so much for listening. Attraction Checklist is copyright 2017 Saturday Morning Media, Grant Pachoco executive producer, all rights reserved. www.saturdaymorningmedia.com. You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.